Hello, my name is Tony Gemignani. I'm going to show you how to work a Roto-Flex. This model is a 56. It's actually the largest model. You can see it has 4 shelves in here. When we started out with 48, and we upgraded to a 56. All these shelves rotate, and when you cook a pizza, usually you cook them on the top of the shelf, cooks the top of the pizzas. The 2 middle shelves cook the middle of the pizzas, and if you have to use the bottom, you use the bottom. In a 56, it actually can hold about 28 larges, so about 28 16-inch pizzas. And you can use 2 methods actually. You can cook them on a pizza screen. That's what we do at Paisanos. Or you can cook them on just a peel by just slide them off like that. So I'm going to go ahead and click this on real quick, and you're going to see it start turning in a minute. And it rotates in this direction. One problem people can actually have is if you're a righty, it's very simple to work these ovens because they're actually coming at you. But if you're a lefty, sometimes you tend to hold the peel this way, and it's actually rotating this way, so you're actually kind of working the oven this way, if you know what I mean. So lefties might have a little bit of a problem on these ovens, and it's very easily to break a peel in these ovens. That's one thing too. You'll see under here there's some supports. So when you look at the bottom of a pizza, sometimes it'll just break that peel. So that's something you might want to look at, that you could go through a lot of peels if somebody that's inexperienced. And if you have somebody who's probably under 5 foot or maybe 5'2", it's really hard to look and see how this top deck looks to move it down. When you throw your pizzas in, you usually throw them on the top shelf. Top cooks the top of the pizzas, 2 middles cook the middle, and if you have to use the bottom, you use the bottom. This is so hot because the burner is actually on the bottom, so this bottom you rarely use, but if you did, you'd probably use maybe like a half turn and slide that pizza all the ways in the corner, so when it comes back around, that bottom will be really nice. You can get them in stainless shelves or 1/4-inch stone shelves, so whatever decks you want, you get them in a metal or stone. I think these ovens are the best. I mean, we've been open actually since 1991. We crank out about 500 pizzas on a Friday night, 450 to 475 on a Saturday. And I think out of any oven, these ovens cook the best. In a Roto-Flex, you can get 2 doors and even 3 doors on these. We have 2 doors. So our pizzas actually get made on the prep table. We put them in. And on this side, over here on this other side, we have a guy that's working the oven and puts them on a table to cut. Now you can get an additional 3rd window. They call it a viewing window. So if you really had your oven back up to a window or something that's open, kids can come by and look at the pizzas while they're getting cooked. So I think that option is really cool to get. Fortunately, I was in a corner and I had no way of doing that. But if I was to build another restaurant, I would have that viewing window just to have kids or families look inside and watching the pizzas cook. There's 2 other things. Sometimes you could dock your pizzas before going in. So there's a lot of airflow in this oven and bubbles do occur. So people tend to dock their pizzas, or you might have a bubble popper and just pop pizzas as they come around, pop those bubbles. It really depends on what look you're going for, that rustic look or you want that clean look. Then you're going to want to pop bubbles in this oven. And this oven gets up to about 600 degrees. We have it between 575 and 600. And really what's important too is to find out who does maintenance on these ovens in your area. There's a lot of moving mechanical parts, and it's not easy to work on these, so you definitely do want an expert. I'm going to show you what these pizzas look like when they come out of the oven, and the big trick is that I did was I cooked a half cheese, half combo with 9 toppings on top. Let's see how this pizza cooks. I bet it'll cook perfectly. So we have 2 pizzas that I just cooked up. I cooked up that half and half, the large half cheese, half combo. Out of any pizzas in the industry, this is probably the hardest one to cook because some people say, well, how can this side cook and how could this side cook at the same time when you have 9 toppings compared to 1? You can see this pizza cooked perfectly around the edges. The bottom is really nice and brown, and this pizza came out great. Well, I was saying earlier, I grabbed it like this as it was coming to me, and then I go ahead and take it out and put it in the cutting table. Here's a cheese pizza just to show you how good that came out. And out of anything, I think a Roto-Flex cooks best, And what's nice about these, you cook thick, cook thin, pan style, Sicilian style. You cook them on a screen, off a screen, just like we did. Almost any style you can cook in these. Chicago style, New York style. So I think the Roto-Flex is the way to go.